Sorry I don't have a more scripted video out for today. I'm sick. My throat's a mess. It hurts to breathe. I've been editing together highlight reels of the Minecraft VODs to try to get people caught up to speed in a more compact manner. This is the first 3 VODs in the series, and the next episode will probably be the next 3 VODs in the series, but I'm not sure yet. Enjoy. It's the stream where we play Minecraft. Hello and welcome. We need a stream world. Anyways, this was kind of a spur of the moment stream, I'm gonna be real. I was just like, hey, Connor's streaming Minecraft and people aren't like, ew, Minecraft. That means I mean, I've streamed Minecraft once or twice before, but I didn't like do anything with it. It was like we tried to look around a snapshot and I spent literally like an hour searching for pandas. And we didn't find any until I spawned them in. So that was fun. So how I typically play Minecraft is I kind of just am a vagabond for a few days until I grab a whole bunch of resources, and then I start building a big frickin' house. Actually, he who shall not be named was planning to add gore to Minecraft, and he's like, nah. Luckily, he didn't actually make the game. It came from space. Oh, the question was posed in Connor Shaw's stream, and I'll pose it here. Out of any of the Minecraft mobs, which one do you think should be the face of LGBT? It's a loaded question. I know it is.
Is it bad? I wanted to say skeletons in the closet.
Dan wins! Dan wins! Okay, you know what? That's a good note to end this on. I'm going to throw some doors on this house and kill it because I think Dan just kind of won. This wasn't even a contest, but Dan won. I can't top that, guys. Can you? No, you can't.
I just made that up off the top of my head.
And you did it. You won. You won the prize. The factory is yours. I've pushed all these buttons, but that one. Go ahead and press it, Charlie. Anyways, that's identifiably a house. We gotta finish the roof. We gotta make the roof a little tall. This house is tall. Wow, this house has a 5 head. Jesus Christ!
I told you that thing is really tall. Like, why'd you make it that tall?
I thought that was how I normally make the houses, but it's a block taller than I normally make the houses. The astute among you might notice this is not anything resembling where we last were, because I built a different house, because this is a different map. Because again, they changed how maps are designed. But we'll get to the house in just a second. I'm going to try to keep it out of frame. This is neat. I don't have anything that I can throw in this, so we'll just take a look. Nice. Anyways, here's the house. It's definitely house-shaped. We have a nice wraparound porch with 1, 2, 3 doors. Because that's kind of... I thought just having doors here was like stupid, because it's like you have to go all the way around, and it's like, why do that when you can just, you know, barge in? But then that became having to put all these extra doors on the house. So here's the main room. We don't have any furniture in the house yet. We're gonna fill this out on stream today. Got a nice big open space. You can come up here to the upper floor. Okay, but you know, you got a nice little overlook. You can take some fall damage. Oh no, you can't. Okay. And then this would be our basement, kind of. This is directly under that. And the reason the house is shaped like that is just because I built on a hill and I didn't want to carve out the hill, so I just built the house around the hill. Which, when we get to the morning time, I'm just going to throw the bed in here. Yeah, let's go to bed. And then we can go take a look at the roof, because I'm proud of how the roof turned out, and I also think it looks stupid. Because, I don't know how I was expected to build this roof, so I kind of just took a crack at it. Threw some dirt to get up there, and then kind of just... Yeah. And Minecraft has a huge following in Japan. Even though the game itself is Swedish. and is mostly like here we think of it as a casual game, but that's just like an everybody game. It's like Lego. And it's really just like a really fascinating case study on like the type of industry the games industry can be. Oh, that was that arrow. I freaked myself out. But then like all the AAA games these days are like, oh, we have loot boxes. We have cosmetics that we'll give you randomly in a system that matches what feels like a scratch off. Okay, and we snap back to reality, and oh, there goes gravity. Oh, Jesus Christ, I have nothing. Oh, all my wood's gone. I have a pick. I have some apples. I don't have any torches. I apologize for the insane noise I just made, but Jesus Christ, that one startled me. Dan said that he might be able to join in a co-com, which would be nice. I think I'm doing a better job than usual at maintaining a one-sided conversation with myself for a moisty boy. We don't use that word for farms in the farming business, mostly because that just sounds horrible. But, I mean, I guess you can be a trendsetter of some description, maybe. You know, it's actually weird. Like, we haven't had a good Chicago, like, the sky is green and the world looks like it's about to end tornado in a long time. It feels like the last one we had was like 2014 or 2015. But that's like that is my summer memory. Like a torrential downpour, you're trying to get Portillo's, the wind's going crazy, and then all of a sudden you hear the old-timey air raid sirens. But like a good Chicagoland tornado we have not had in so long. And it's like, that's like what summer feels like for me. Like summer doesn't begin. Sears Tower is basically a lightning rod, let's be real. It is. It is. No, but Dan plays Minecraft purely utilitarian. You know, like 2 block tall ceilings, so that way Enderman can't get in. He uses the fewest resources possible, and everything's nicely compartmentalized. And that's really interesting to me. I think that's just an interesting way to... If the ceiling is not at least 3 blocks high, we have a problem. Yeah, like, that's how I play Minecraft, is I like building houses I would want to live in if a wizard teleported me into Minecraft. Like, if a mean wizard just one day, like, showed up and whisked me away to this, I'd be fine. It's nice and roomy. But I used to just get, because they had the 2 for $2, and you'd get the McChicken and the cheeseburger, and that's $10. And there's your meal, and it's a decent meal. For $2, and then they're like, oh, the McDouble's $1.50 now. There is no 2 for $2 menu, it's 2 for $5. It's like, that's a lot of money. But they're like, oh, you can just get one cheeseburger for $1, and it's like, sure, I'll do a cheeseburger. But now it's like, oh, the cheeseburger is $1.50 and the McDouble's $2.10. It's like, who are you? You're a billion-dollar company. Why are you charging me $2 for a thing that costs you 60 cents to assemble? The maple glazed donut's a beautiful thing. I have not had the maple glazed donut. Welcome to the stream, by the way. We're talking donuts and fast food for some reason. Welcome to stream, y'all. Is it? Whoa, 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 whoa. What happened? Whoa. I was trying to figure out if the Enderman left. What the? Where am I? Why are there just birch trees? Oh, that's distressing. Always remember your route while spelunking. I just saw a light and ran towards it. I saw a light and ran towards it. Are you a moth? Dan, don't spoil the surprise. You know, Dan, you might have a better time. No, it's gone. It's gone. I don't know where my Hank Hill went. I used to be able to do a really good one, and then it disappeared. I mean, there's other voices I could do. I can't do the one I really want to do because that one hurts my throat like hell. And I kind of need my throat because I'm getting over sickness. You know, if I damage it, it might just disappear forever. And then I might have to get like a vocal cord replacement surgery. And they're just going to give me whatever they can find. Look at this. All these trees are the same height. The leaves are kind of like a little too transparent. And it doesn't read as tree bark. Like, once you see, like, oh, there's the carving in the top of the tree, so yeah, it's bark. Or, not the carving, the rings. But just like this texture on its own could be anything. It could be some wallpaper. I'm going way out of my way for nothing. Where am I going? What the hell is that? Whoa! Whoa! What is that? Oh! Oh snap, these are the bad guys. These are the Vindicators, I think is the name? Don't shoot. I said don't shoot! Yeah, that didn't work out so well before you did it. It's like a guard tower. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Can you guys just keep doing that? Yeah. That's perfect. Wait. Let's do it again. Yes, exactly. You've got the picture. And thank you for all your hard work, sir. I found a village that had only one guy, and I named him Michael. And I never found the rest of his family. So it was just Michael, but then one day a raid showed up and they tried to kill Michael. And they tried to assassinate him in his sleep. But I took care of it with the help of the golem who was there, which implied the village was a lot bigger than it really was. But again, we could only find Michael. So, not to the ridiculous degree of, oh my god, that worked. You feeling ominous? Feeling a little weird? Drink some milk. It solves literally all problems. Poisoned? Running slow? Drink up. Your bones will thank you. Have some milk. And quit being a stupid prick, I think. You know. That's, that worked. English is in here? Aw, snap. One player, Manny player. Chires. Sightfield 76. Oh, the Basunder Ledge. Oh, yeah. We gotta have the mantle on. The film-like settings. Oh, this is... That didn't translate. Uh-oh. I kind of want to explore around and try to find a village. Over this way was that, like... the tower that we fought the pillaging people in. Also, I need a new shield. My shield's about to bust. They perpetually respawn. I tried to make my home in one when I started my latest world. That's weird, because Minecraft usually isn't about, like, the endless respawn thing. That's strange. There's a lot of weird things in this update that I'm not sure how I feel about. That's so weird that the iron's gonna be on top, but I guess it makes sense. So we'll just slip that away. I actually had it was mostly a festival, like, proof of concept game, but it was a game I pitched where the controller would be like a circuit board with all these, like, slots for, like, little, like, square cubes, and you have, like, a bunch of cubes that have different, like, control methods on them. So, like, one would be like a pressure-sensitive button. One would just be, like, a normal, like, arcade-style button. One would be a control stick. One could be, like, a throttle. You might have, like, a D-pad and like, a microphone. like a light sensor, like a bunch of weird things, and you've got to like assemble a controller out of these pieces, but you only have one of each. So then it becomes like a game about, before you can even play the game, you're having to like figure out, like prioritize, like, so it's like you might have like, you might need like 3 different action buttons, but you only have a single like proper button. So then it's like, okay, well I guess my second action button will be the throttle, and you jam that all the way up to hit the button and then crank it back down. And for my third one, I don't know, I've got this microphone, so I guess action button 3 will be scream at the controller. Like those types of decisions. There was a video, and I don't remember who it was from, but it was, they were playing the original Smash Brothers, but they replaced the B button with a microphone. So when you wanted to use like Pikachu's Thunder or Mario's Fireball, you had to scream at the controller. I'm like, what if you just took that to its logical conclusion? You have all these different sensors and buttons. William Osmond. And it's like, what if you just took that to its logical conclusion? You give them just like, you give a player a bin of parts, and they have to build their own control. Oh, village. Okay, we're gonna go to Village Town. We're gonna go visit the village people. And they totally used that joke to advertise the Minecraft snapshot, or the new update. The whole trailer is set to, it sounds like a Minecraft villager cover of Macho Man, which is just bizarre, and I live in a world with a Minecraft villager Macho Man cover. So, like, I don't know. Maybe we're all just living inside of our own individual fever dreams, and we'll never be free from this hell. He's just chilling. He's just chilling. We live in a... I wish I had a way to do audio filters. We live in a society. If Telltale still existed, they could have made a story out of this. They did. It had 2 seasons. Pee Wee Herman was in it. I believe they kill off Pee Wee Herman's character by suffocating him in a block of iron or something crazy. It's wild. Minecraft Story Mode was a wild thing that didn't need to exist in our reality. This reminds me, oh god, way back when. And I don't know if they did this everywhere, but I know at least in Illinois, in packs of Cheerios, they used to include a satchel of wildflower seeds. And it's like, help restore the prairie in your neighborhood. But, like, none of the plants were native to Illinois. So they either wouldn't grow or they'd become an invasive species. And they had to stop doing it because that wasn't good for anybody involved. Oh, you can't... How much?
You can't mine through it?
You can't mine through Portal. What the heck? Dude!
What?
Hello?
Oh, what?
Where'd you come from? Are there
Are
more?
they even supposed to be on the overworld?
No! How did you get here? Hey, buddy! Look, I mean, you're cool, but...
What if you anger just the one? Will another one just appear?
I hope not. Hey, pal, quit meandering. Look, it's cool that you're here and all, but I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. This isn't your dimension. I hope you understand.
I hope you understand.
Purge the pig people. Well, we did. That was
bizarre.
I don't know how I feel about that one.
That was bizarre.
I wanted to carve out this spot back here. Throw some torches there, so, you know, it lights up. There we go!
What year was Back to the Future set in?
85 or 55, depending... The first one?
Yeah.
85, they go back to 55. The second one, 85, they go to 2015, they go back to 1955 to get back to 1985.
I don't remember the second one very well. That's probably not a bad thing.
It's a good movie. One, it's full of good ideas. The execution is a little sloppy compared to the original.
Yeah.
And then there's the third one, which is mostly set in 1885. And is mostly just about, like, Christopher Lloyd. And it's like, I like that movie because I'm, coming to the realization that Christopher Lloyd's, like, 80 years old. But, like, it's such a... There's, like, a weird scene where ZZ Top is a cowboy.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay.
Just as himself.
Yeah, and it's like it starts like feeling like they realized it was the 90s now. So they're just like, oh, we'll make it a 90s movie now. But then the problem is, like, nobody was here for ZZ Top. You didn't need rap in the first movies. You had Huey Lewis. That was enough. And his news. And then there was the Telltale game, which goes, like, dystopian for some reason.
I forgot about the Telltale game.
It's... okay.
That's kind of what I figured.
It's one of those games where they tried. They accomplished something.
But
It's
it
a lot-
wasn't a good effort.
It's okay. It's a lot. It's like the last point and click from Telltale, which is really the bigger thing.
Yeah.
Because their next project was The Walking Dead, which is practically not a point and click. It's one of those like, oh, here's a moral conundrum. Which direction will you press to solve this moral conundrum?
Yep.
And then they started doing a bunch of them, and then they were like, oh, we're going to do a bunch of DC ones and a bunch of Marvel ones and a bunch of other ones. Oops, we're out of money. It's
Yep.
like...
You would think that if they were making like deals with Marvel and DC that they wouldn't have a funding issue.
The problem is they weren't coming out with the games quick enough compared to the rate in which they were taking on projects.
Oh.
Like, when they shut down, they had like 10 projects in the works.
Yeah, that'll do it.
And then people were just kind of getting sick of them because with each new season, like, very few of your choices would transfer over, if any.
Yeah.
So they kind of just became very self-contained, and they didn't have anything like to separate them other than the coat of paint on top. They tried to get back to point-and-click-ish with the Minecraft one, where you actually use like the Minecraft crafting table to build things. But that whole game is just like market saturation. They saturated a market they had a monopoly in, and everyone just got sick of it all at once. And they were kind of...
That's just straight up, that's a skill. Straight up. You killed the market that you built. That's impressive.
They call it Overkill's The Walking Dead because you turn overkill degrees and walk away. It's like, I can make a block wiggle. You want to hire me? Oh, you guys are dead? Okay. Get the fuck up! I love Houston's Chicago accent is so thick you can't cut it. It's so thick when it's sneaking around you hear it from a mile away.
But the sound of my Chicago accent keeps alerting the cops.
Bane, I don't even know what accent that started as. Hold on, I've got to get into the character. Hot dog, walking down State Street. There we are. Bane, I'm trying to find the diamond, but my accent's so dummy thick, they keep hearing me talking about pizza puffs, and it's alerting the guards. I don't know what to tell you about that one, Houston. Just be quiet. No, everybody's got to know I'm from Chicago. Hey, Bane, have you ever been on State Street? There's a really cool pizza place on State Street. You gotta go.
Which one? There's a lot of pizza places on State.
I don't even know. I just said State Street because it's a place I can think of. Joker is like a twinkish Bayonetta, and if you don't play against Joker like that, then you're gonna have a rough time. And like, I don't know how else to describe the character other than exactly that.
I mean, it's solid. It makes sense. Maybe.
like Doom Guy for Smash, I can kind of. Oh no, no. That was some Wile E. Coyote shit.
I think the best part is that I'm watching your stream so I can understand what's going on. But because there's like a 5-second delay, I'm like, what are you freaking at? Ah, there you go.
Yeah. Doom Guy starts sawing Mario in half. See, I'm thinking Doom Guy's Final Smash could just be the BFG and it does a whole bunch of electric damage.
Yeah.
Like, there's a way to... I mean, for lack of a better term, there's a way to child-proof Doom Guy.
Yeah.
Like, nobody wants to.
But sometimes you have to.
It probably is... If Doom Guy ends up there, then that's probably what's going to happen. But there is a Smash Brothers custom level called the Baby Club. And it's a box with a really tiny gap in.
Okay.
So it's only meant for characters like, Squirtle and Pichu and Kirby. If you can get in, you're baby.
Okay.
Except Dark Samus can get in. So now Dark Samus is baby.
Oh,
Snake can crawl in. So Snake
no.
is baby.
Oh,
And
no.
there's an exploit you can use to get anybody, including Bowser, King K. Rool, and King Dedede in there. So now everybody's baby. So they had to build a new baby club to sort out who was truly baby. And then Dark Samus got in again.
I can just see it like Dark Samus with her, like, skull for her face. Just being like, oh yes, I belong here.
Howdy. Gotta be careful where I look. There's a man hanging around outside the house.
That could be taken into many contexts.
Yeah, I want to practice good stranger danger and not look at him.
Oh, is it an Enderman?
Yeah.
I didn't know what that meant, so...
I would have hoped, I'm going to try not to look at him. Would have helped tip you off, but I guess... I was taking too much for granted.
I mean, I typically try not to look at anyone anywhere. Like, show no sign of weakness.
That's fair. I'll give you that one, I guess. Get off the porch!
Sounds like a you problem.
Get off the porch! Get off the porch! Both of you! Did you leave? Hello? Okay. Whoa! Farmer man! I don't have a way to help you, farmer man. My nasty old farmer neighbor's here and he's burning in the daylight. Oh, he's dead. Have you seen the Paper Mario 1000-year door memes that are being made by, like, it's like one Tumblr, and they go through this whole ordeal to get, like, 3D models of the hat. They get the font from the game. Like, here, they put the hats on everybody, and the mustaches on everybody.
Oh yeah, I
and
have
they've
seen
got the
this.
font. This one is insane.
I like that you just had this open.
I grabbed it real fast, but it's like, here's the one that everybody's been sharing. It's no doubt about it. It's my father. But it's even got, like, the hat turns full 360. They put the shell on the other character. Everything's mapped phenomenally, so everything stays in place. They got the font. They have the speech. It's
These
wild.
memes are like a modern art.
It's like, that's way too much effort for memes, guys. Thank you, though.
There's never such a thing as too much effort for me.
I don't know if you've heard of Super Ghostbusters.
Can't say I have and can't say I want to at this point.
Oh my god. Can't say you want to. That is a little harrowing to hear. So, Super Ghostbuster, but also the barnacles are named after barnacles because they function like barnacles.
Yeah, they stick to things and they are disgusting.
I don't know how they get around in the air. Like, I kind of understand how barnacles get around in the water. I don't want to think that the barnacles in Half-Life 1 are capable of flight. That triggers something horrible. I feel like I'm dying just thinking about it.
Yikes.
Oh, I have a whole other stack of seeds. Everybody wants Doomguy for Smash, and I kind of get it. But consider Doomguy for Mortal Kombat 11.
He was in that?
No, but consider.
Yeah, he fits there much better.
Yeah. And then your fatalities could be one of the glory kills. It could be you stuff the BFG down their throat and pull the trigger and they just explode in immediate little bits.
Like the Spider Mastermind.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Let's just microwave the opponents. That actually, I'm on board with that.
Sometimes I wish that the Far Cry editor's tools were a lot more user-friendly, but they're not.
You're expecting user-friendliness. 1 from Ubisoft and 2 from Game Dev Tools.
You're right.
Ubisoft could be user-friendly, but they're like if Almir's weird, like, winky smile comment was a company until Overkill became exactly that.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, more OTWD is coming. Wink. It's like, guys, you can't say that when you can't legally sell the game. Oh, we'll keep working on it. How are you going to, like, convince people to work on a game that you legally can't sell?
You just keep winking at him.
One of these days, the persuasion check will pass. Overkill's, like, last 2 years is a company that decided they're going to use a magic 8-ball to decide everything. Like, let's be real.
Yeah.
I think my favorite part about Raid World War II is you read the comments from the devs and they're like, yeah, we don't even know why we were making a game to compete with Payday. But they really wanted one, so we made one. It's like these games could have tried to augment each other, but they kind of didn't. It was just a replacement Payday. Like, that's a lot of leaps of logic for people to... What was that noise? What was that noise? What the heck?
Okay.
There's a villager just hanging around somewhere out here. Where?
A place.
Are you on the roof? You are! It's the trader, and he's on my roof. So, 1 emerald for 1 mushroom. 3 emeralds for 1 cactus. 1 emerald for a poppy. 5 emeralds for a jungle sapling. 1 poppy for 3 red dye. And 6 emeralds for blue ice. That's a horrible deal. You got on my roof for that? Imagine if Payday 2 did a poll on whether or not they should bring back DLC. The answer is me a resounding no. I can tell you that much, because people don't like paying for video games. And they've already announced they're done with Payday, or Payday 2. So, if they're like, never mind, would you want more? People will be like, no. And they've already lost, like, a ton of, like, the community. Like, a bunch of their, like, Overkill approved, which is still kind of a weird thing in hindsight.
Yeah.
Players aren't covering Payday 2 anymore. And even a bunch of the people that were never, like, Overkill approved have stopped playing Payday. I'm just afraid of putting out an hour and a half long video. First of all, rendering. That's gonna be a nightmare. But I'm also, like, afraid of putting something that's probably gonna be, like, an hour long out there and just, like, alienating everybody. I think my favorite thing was with they announced Assassin's Creed Unity. Everybody's like, "Oh, you made it with Unity." No. So why is it called? Why did you call it? Oh.
False advertising.
Come visit Notre Dame. They gave away the game for free, and they're like, you know, our 3D recreation of Notre Dame might help restore the real one. It's like,
Watch Dogs.
There's just a mountain inside the cathedral.
Welcome to the wonderful city of Liblago.
Welcome to Chagako. We've got mountains, I think.
Proof that someone who made a game has never seen the actual Midwest.
It's like how the film Chicago was shot in Vancouver. It's like, that's not Chicago, guys. Mayor Daley was pissed. And he jokingly announced they're going to start making a film called Toronto and film it in Chicago.
I love it.
It's like,
Wonderful.
you know, if you hadn't just said that you're going to start shooting to kill people like 2 weeks ago. Or was that the other Daily? That might have been the other Daily.
I don't pay enough attention to make it like.
Because there was shoot to kill Daily, and then there was, hey guys, remember my dad? He was cool, right? Daily. And then we almost had, hey, remember my grandpa? He was cool, I think, right? Daily, but he lost to Lori.
Yeah. Honestly, we've had too many dailies, so
Yeah,
this is a good
it's borderline like a mob family. Maybe Payday the movie could have saved Overkill. Yeah, they said they were working on a Payday film.
Like the live action, this web series was actually kind of legit.
It was okay. It was all right. The web series was mixed. The opening episode is really good.
Yeah.
The other episodes where they had like Greta and the producer guy, I think his name was Lucas. Those weren't that good.
Yeah.
And then they were like, here's Gage. And we were all like, Gage is cool. But then that was about it. And then they did the bomb trailer was really nice. And then they took a misstep and they're like, here's Ron Perlman. And we're all like, oh. And then we actually got to play as Ron Perlman and we were like, oh.
And then we were solely disappointed.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I'm going to play as Ron Perlman. And then Ron Perlman opens his mouth and all you hear is, fuck. It's like, oh. Oh. Ron Perlman's in this game. Yeah. Okay, you know what? No. So you do the Payday movie like a halfway between like Airplane and Rambo with a little bit of heat, where it's like a self-aware parody of crime movie.
Honestly, yeah, that might work.
Like they start with like the AM car and it's just like an AR-13. But then like over the course of the movie, everybody just gets slightly better and better weapons until like an hour into the film, Chains just has a minigun he carries around with him the entire time.
That would be like the opposite of that trope where the character's just like, I need you to disarm yourself, and he just takes off like an absurd amount of weapons.
No, we have that scene. But that starts, it's like, I don't even know. Like
Make
who
it be
would
Jimmy.
be, but like
Jimmy.
like Jimmy. Jimmy's coming back into the States. He gets stopped by customs, and it's like, I'm gonna have to ask you to remove all your metal, sir. But he's like a side plot that happens throughout the whole film, and you just cut back to him every 15 minutes, just taking more guns out. And by the end of the film, like the credits sequence, he's just still in the background, taking all these guns out and putting them in the bin. They're bringing like bigger bins to fit the guns in. They never try to like detain him or anything. And then when the credits finally end, he puts the last thing down. He's like, there we are. It's like everything. And then he reaches into his mouth and pulls out like a sword or something he had. And then it ends. Okay, I'm sold. How do we do... Oh, firework rocket. Oh! Oh, that's jank. Let's grab my arrows back. The fireworks need to be in your shield hand, and then you load the... Yes. That's so weird.
Sounds like it.
But now we have a rocket launcher of sorts. Let's go find some people to test it on, and then we'll probably call it. Squid? I don't need to blow up squid. Perfect! Oh, that was actually rather underwhelming. Oh no.
That was kind of underwhelming, actually.
Once again, this was just the first 3 VODs in the series. I'm going to keep making highlight reels of later VODs to try to get everyone caught up to speed in a more compact manner. I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching, and as always, I will see you around. Shooting the fireworks out of the crossbow isn't actually, like, awesome.